Hey, boys and girls. Today we are going to be talking about the how-to stories that we've been working on. I wanted to show off one of your stories that I just thought was awesome. Let me show you. So I'm going to plug in this camera so you can see it. All right. It says, how to do a somersault. And it is backwards for you all. Bear with me. Just kind of go with it, guys. Look at how awesome this story is. Okay. So they wrote, step 1, put your head down. You know what I noticed? They crossed this out and they added something. They wrote, get on the ground, then put your head down. Oh, they made a correction. They added a step because they wanted to make it more clear. Okay, so far we have get on the ground, put your head down. Good. Roll forward. Okay. Stand up. Okay, those are some pretty good steps, but let's see. I need to do something for me. Can you act this out and see if this makes sense for me? Okay, are you ready? We're going to act it out. Stand up. It says, step 1, get on the ground. Okay, get on the ground. Are you on the ground? Step 2, put your head down. Doesn't say put it on the ground. It just says put your head down. So I guess I can just look down, right? Yeah, ground looks good. Hi. Hi down there. Okay, let's see what I do next. Roll forward. How do you feel about that? It makes me a little bit nervous just to dive forward with my head. Wouldn't you want to use your hands? Wouldn't you want to use your hands to help you and make sure you don't hit your head or break your neck? Maybe we could have added something like that. Okay, so we're just diving forward with our heads, and then it says stand forward or stand up. Okay, so we dove forward, or maybe we dove to the side. I don't know. Just says to roll, and then we stand up. Ugh, how's your head feeling? I don't want to act that out. That sounds painful. So let's talk about it. Today, I want to teach you that how-to writers don't just reread the words like we just did. They also recheck their writing to make sure it makes sense. So that's what we just did. We checked it. It doesn't make too much sense with the steps. It sounds like we need some more words in there. To do that kind of rereading, writers reread to a partner or to themselves to make sure it's easy to follow the steps. So you were my partner just now. You practice the steps. Okay, we are going to do something called revise. Say revise. This means that we're going to go back to our writing, reread it, and make it better. We're going to add steps to make it more clear so that it's safe and that there's more details. The more details that we have in our writing, the better it's going to be. So right here, I have it up here. How to do a somersault. Let's see if we can make our directions more clear as we reread. So step 1, it says get on the ground. I think that's pretty good, don't you? I'm going to write it again. Okay, step 1, get on the ground. Look, I have a capital letter at the beginning of my sentence and a period at the end and finger spaces in between. Get on the ground. Okay, the next thing that they said was put your head down. Put our head down where? What could we say to make that more clear? Let me hear your answer. Shout it out. Oh, put our head on the ground instead of just down. That makes good sense. Okay, number 2. Put your head head on On the, that's a snap word. Oh, look, I already have ground written. On the ground. Okay, let's reread to make sure we're making sense so far. Step 1, get on the ground. Cool. Step 2, put your head on the ground. Good. Okay, then we said roll. We talked about this. What do we need to make this safer? What should we write? Shout it out. Good ideas. Let's say, put your hands on the ground by your head. Put your hands, that's hard. And we know that word, A-N-D. Put your hand or hands? Put your hands on the ground by your head. There we go. Okay. Get on the ground. Step 2, put your head on the ground. Step 3, put your hands on the ground by your head. We're doing good. Now could we roll? You know, if I do a somersault, I don't know about you, but I always take my eyes and I look at my stomach so that my neck doesn't get hurt when I do a somersault. What about you? Do you do that? Makes it a lot less painful. So maybe we should write that so that when someone does it, they don't get hurt. Okay, so step 4. Look. Snap word. Look at, another snap word, your, let's write tummy. E. Look at your tummy. Okay, now I think we're ready to roll forward, don't you? Me too. Roll forward. Not roll to the side, not roll backwards, roll forward. And then step 6. Well, let's make sure. Do we need anything else before we stand up like we had written on the pages? Let's find out. Okay. You can do this or you can just read it with me. Up to you. Step 1, get on the ground. Step 2, put your head on the ground. Step 3, put your hands on the ground by your head. Step 4, look at your tummy. Step 5, roll forward. Okay, so we just rolled. I think we're ready to stand up. Don't you? Step 6, stand, and stand up. U-P. And I'm excited when I say that, so I'm going to put an exclamation point. Stand up. Okay. Who thinks they can act it out for me? Okay, I'm going to need all of you to stand up. We're going to see if it works. All of you, stand up. Get ready. How to do a somersault. Step 1. Ready? Get on the ground. Are you on the ground? Step 2. Put your head on the ground. Put your head on the ground. Step 3. Put your hands on the ground by your head. So it should look like this. Step 4. Look at your tummy. Like that. Step 5. Roll forward. Roll. Step 6. Stand up. We did it. That's how you do a somersault. Do you see how I reread my story to add more details to make my how-to book make sense? Now it's a lot safer, and the person who's reading how to do it will better understand what to do. When you do your writing today, I want you to look at your book that you've been working on this week, and I want you to add more information. Do you remember how on that first page we had someone with something crossed out and they added another detail? Well, look at all these other details I have to go back and add to the story. That's what you're doing today. You're going to take your book that you've made, and if you need another step page, feel free to rip it out of your other books. I sent you home 5 books, so you have a lot of these, and you can use those because we won't be needing all of the books at this point. Just go ahead and rip out the step pages, or you can just add another sheet of paper. Up to you, because you might need a lot of steps so that your story makes sense. All right, I can't wait to read the different steps. Make sure you are adding more details so that we know how to follow the directions perfectly, exactly as you meant it to be. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you later. Can't wait to see you writing. Bye.